For years, analysts refused to model any sort of revenue for Tesla Megapack. They were already selling gigawatts of it before anybody on Wall Street took it seriously. I talked to a number of analysts who said that once the revenue shows up, they'll count it. And now the revenue has gone insane. And they're just starting to get their heads around it. We're going to talk about a number of projects. And when I say we, I don't mean me and my tapeworm. I mean Mark from the Tesla Life, even better. And we're going to discuss the upcoming projects and just how much money we're talking about. I'm Brian. Welcome to Future Ozza. It's a cash bomb, right?
Absolutely. How many times has Elon said that Tesla Energy is going to even surpass what Tesla does as a car company?
It's wild to think how people are able to miss it because you don't see it. You don't see, it's not something that you see out on the road necessarily. Clearway announces major energy storage procurement order from Tesla. American-made 1.4 gigawatt battery order will provide grid enhancing experience. 1.4 gigawatt hours. This is huge. This is a $400 million order, 400 and something. I don't remember exactly how much. I thought it would be in this, but it's not. So let's do this. It's not there because I didn't do that. Okay, well, oh well. I know where it is. It is right here. Tesla secured $440 million contract to provide Megapacks. Cool. How awesome is this?
It's great. We've got another large revenue stream for Tesla that's growing. And as mentioned, a lot of analysts don't even realize it's there. It's starting to show up on the spreadsheets now, but I don't know how many times they were told it was coming and people were just ignoring it.
Crazy. And if you look at Tesla's margin is famously 20% plus. And I think the Megapacks are probably part of that plus. So what is 20% of $440 million? It's a couple bucks. That'd be $88 million, right?
Yep, 88 million.
For one part of one installation. Now, because this wouldn't be a very complete video if I didn't dig a little deeper, XAI bought 168 of them. And I know people point out that, well, with the synergy between the companies, it's possible they just got them for free. Not that many. They're not getting $500 million of batteries for free.
But they might have got a better rate. They would have paid for them, but maybe the profit margin on those is not as high as others.
Sure. Tesla storage deployments to double to 31.4 gigawatt hours last year. So that's great. Tesla lands tax abatement deal for Texas Megapack factory. So the Dallas factory that's being built now has a tax abatement. PG&E announces delay in restart of Megapack battery energy storage system. So they're back in the game. And of course, we've got FUD Master Fred, FUD standing for fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Tesla's only growing business was just kneecapped by Trump's tariffs. It wasn't. Biden had already put 100% tariff on LFP packs. I'm not going to reward Fred with a click. His track record is not good. But these announcements are everywhere. Yeah,
exactly. And it's just growing. Like ever since the Australia took a chance on it first.
Yes.
There's been a lot of white papers written about how these megapacks are profitable very quickly when you're in an energy market that fluctuates. And that is something that these power companies are quick to realize, and being able to lop off the price of a peaker plant, put it in a battery, and make profit on it as it produces and saves energy. Just a huge win.
Well, you may remember that there was a big fire at the Moss Landing stationary storage plant, but it wasn't Tesla batteries that caught fire. It was LG batteries that caught fire, and the Tesla batteries were not affected by it. I believe the LGs are still using LFP batteries. So let's share something that we learned this week from Zangler. He noticed near Giga iWest a building that has a large number of Tesla employee vehicles at it and company vehicles. That is not does not appear to be a factory making semis. He speculates it could be the LFP plant, that they're putting the
Hmm.
LFP production in there. We know that Tesla bought the equipment. We believe it is installed and being commissioned as we speak. Depending what time of day you're watching this, maybe they're not doing it right now, but that we could very soon have LFP production domestically. Do you know what that would do to margins?
Increase them dramatically.
Increase the well. What's the most expensive part of a Megapack? The
Maybe the
batteries.
battery itself.
Maybe the batteries itself, and if you could, if your batteries cost 20, 30, 80% more than the ones you buy from China, they're still cheaper because they don't have the tariff on them. That would be a potential savings. Can we agree that in terms of products, Megapack might not be the sexiest thing they have to sell?
Oh, it's not. Like, it doesn't come in colors. People don't buy them on a regular basis. You don't see them at the mall. That stuff does not happen. So guess what? It is a below the surface type product. Nobody sees it. No one thinks about it. And saying that we are saving power companies oodles and oodles of kilowatt hours is not a sexy advertising campaign.
I'm taking the kids down to Battery Road this weekend. We're not looking to buy, but I hear the new LGs came in and we're gonna just see how the containers look. It's gonna be fun. But, a couple million, I don't know. I think they could do better. I saw some great commercials for them. No, but you know what is kind of nice if you're an investor is a high margin, high priced item. And if you're just a consumer of electricity, you may not realize it, but your grid may already be employing these somewhere because
And every time it does, it strengthens the grid. Not only does it help the provider, but it helps the grid itself. And of course, us as consumers get the benefit from that.
it saves you money, prevents all kinds of problems, and they don't use it unless it's cost effective. So, uh, congratulations, everybody wins. Fun fact, I don't know if you know this, Mark, but this next weekend, you and I are going to be in Michigan.
Oh,
Come
no.
visit us, come hang out. This says 9 days. Ignore that. It's whatever this date is, June 20th and 21st. The countdown is only accurate as of when this was recorded, not released. So this was
Exactly.
recorded way
And it's
back on
going to be a
Tuesday.
fun time.
It is. Great speakers. There's going to be booths. There's going to be food. There's going to be a huge drone show and a light show with
Exactly.
Simon from TeslaLightShows.io. If you've never been to a light show, man, they're different. They're so much fun to do them in person. I've been to light shows where the event organizers say, you don't walk in between the cars during the light show. We want a clean drone show of it. And I say, no, 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 no one sits around and watches these recreationally unless they were there and want to see themselves in it. So that's a big no from me. We made the effort to come out here. We're going to enjoy it. So, and this will be the best light show ever because there's some twists coming that are
Oh,
subtle that I helped come up with. So I'm very excited about that. I will tell you what they are off camera.
something about spiders.
It's not, and I keep getting comments telling me, Brian, you got to come to my city. We've got the best spiders. I'm like, why would I eat a spider? I don't do that when I'm awake. No one does. It's not an on purpose thing. It just happens. I mean, if it happens, it happens, but I'm not going to do it I'm not going to seek out. For those who don't know, if this is your first time joining us, there's this urban legend that in your sleep, the average person eats per year. And now this is an urban legend. We don't know if it's true. I believe the number was 7 pounds of spiders. Isn't that what it was? 7 pounds. And someone in the comments corrected me. No, Brian, it's 7 spiders, just 7 individual ones, but it's still not true. I'm like, well, if it's not true, go big or go home,
Yeah,
right?
they're a pound each.
Oh, a pound, I one it's like Maine lobster. You can get them 26 pounds, you can get them 6 ounces. Why not go for the biggest spiders you can? So, that's all absolutely terrifying. Hey, let's answer questions from last week's show. If you don't know, every week we answer questions from last week's show, and definitely not to stretch it out. But that's true too. Last week we covered, it was great. The thumbnail was something like BYD accounting fraud or something like that. And a lot of BYD fans left very angry comments without watching the video. If
Hmm.
you watch the video, you'd know, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying there's no evidence of fraud. So calm down.
Watch it, then leave a comment.
then then leave a comment. And it's fun because if you don't watch the video and leave a comment, it just leaves you open to ridicule. And a lot of people very angry with me for not taking the side of the presenter because, well, they were caught in a bunch of lies. So does BYD sell 0 kilometer used cars or not?
No, they
We
don't.
It doesn't appear that they do. We have no evidence that they do. You don't get to, it is not my job to prove your negative. You don't get to just say a bold claim and then say, well, because you can't prove it's not true, it has equal merit. It doesn't. I also heard the rumor that, well, they're just exporting them. It's like, well, okay, but that still doesn't make sense. It still doesn't make sense. They Yeah, and they're selling them for a third off. Right. Then how are they making money? That doesn't make sense. Well, they
Yeah.
got subsidies. They didn't get a third in subsidies. That you really gotta think it through, man. Okay. I think he was saying that if making it a used car eliminates lemon law rights, not sure if warranties in China only go to the first owner, if he's suggesting that. And whether it's that or exporting it and then selling them there, would it being used avoid lemon laws or warranty issues?
Well, since the car is being sold, it does come with a warranty regardless. Uh,
Yeah.
even if it happens to be sold at a later date with 0 kilometers, which we say that's not really happening, but even if it was, the warranty would still apply to the car because it's under the mileage that the warranty is good for. So the warranties exist. If they're just trying to avoid the warranty, just selling it to a used car market is not going to help them avoid it.
So let's be charitable and say, okay, if they maybe these are being sold not by BYD, but sold to some third party who then resells them as used cars. Do you think the warranty claims are going to be more than the 1/3 that they lose in selling them? Because that doesn't make sense. And if David is saying that you can buy them for a third off, that means they're being sold to someone else for a greater discount than a third off. They're losing half their money instead of paying warranty claims. That's bad math. That's bad math. And I'm
It's
not
bad
mad at you,
financial
Michael.
advice, too.
It makes no sense. I'm not mad at Michael. I'm trying to explain. So mandatory. Yes, the comments are mandatory. You know what? Just for that, Miko, they're mandatory today as well. Good morning. See you in Michigan. Awesome. The real issue, can you believe what comes out of China's state run media? How accurate and reliable are accounting practices at these companies?
Well, there maybe that was the China of 20 years ago.
Hmm.
But they've gotten a lot more up to date as to what they're reporting. And it's not just looked at by the Chinese government. We've got analysts that look over these spreadsheets because we have a lot of other countries that have invested in China as well. So there are other people that are eyeing these reports and looking for irregularities.
Hmm. I agree with all of that. Um, to me, I would have, I would have never even considered investing in BYD until Warren Buffett did, because he's not an idiot. If there was something big and obvious, he'd catch it. Now he's since Berkshire Hathaway has since, I believe, divested all or almost all of their shares. Uh, but not because they don't believe in BYD anymore, because that investment ran its course. There is the idea that because China could be dishonest in their press, therefore believe David Zhang. No, 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 no. Two wrongs don't make a right, even if three lefts do. This is not how you refute a fact by saying, yeah, but other people lie too. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not taking China's word for it. I'm just not taking David's word for it. A good counterpoint by Good Bale Ada Music. What do you call the sea of brand new cars in oceans of parking lots across America? Because in the US, there are, I mean, if you wanted to buy 500 cars over the next 2 days, you could do that. They're sitting on lots waiting for you to show up.
I was going to say that's an airport, but that's something different.
Yeah.
You're right. There are parking lots of vehicles, but guess what? They're owned. They've been
Well,
distributed in some
right.
cases.
Yes, they're owned by the dealerships.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what do you call it? I call it Toyotathon. Deals, deals, deals. All weekend. We've ordered too many. We must sell them. We're making, I'll stand on my head to sell you a car. China gives EV makers money to produce cars. Yeah, when you do it, try searching China EV subsidies. Why do a search by year when all that matters is 2025? You follow EVs so close. Right. I did search other years. I searched all the years leading up to 2025 to provide context. Why are you lying? Okay. So, what? What are you talking? Every country provides support to their auto industry. That's universally true. I mean, GM was bailed out. Chrysler at the time was bailed out. Now Stellantis. Uh, I mean, too big to fail exists for a reason. And when you've got a domestic auto manufacturing business, your government typically buys a whole lot of your product.
Yep.
So, what does that have to do with the idea? Are you telling me that these subsidies are so large that they could sell cars for 50% off and still make a profit? Why wouldn't they just do that?
A lot easier.
It doesn't make sense. Did you really say Taiwan is a separate country?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
did.
So you know, well, it's funny. You know who says it is? Everyone in Taiwan. Now, mind you, there are a billion people who say it's not, but those people are in China. Taiwan has its own currency, it has its own parliament, it has its own military. I know it's perhaps unpopular, but to anyone suspecting I might be a shill for the Chinese government, let's put that to rest. Uh, and reminiscent of so many other things CCP motivated. By the way, when you call the Chinese government CCP, I assume I assume something about you. Remember the endless piles of unused bicycles? What? Let me ask you, Mark. You remember the piles of unused bicycles?
No, but I do
No,
remember parking lots filled with bicycles that people were using.
I assume it's in reference to something that people outside of China don't know. I don't have any frame of reference for that. So that's wild.
Post a link.
Post a link. Lol, Tesla fanboy can't stand the success of China brands. Yeah, you didn't watch the video. Tesla fanboys are looking for a way to cheer themselves up. Laughing, crying. Jimmy,
Another one.
Jimmy, you
Jimmy
gotta
didn't
watch.
watch.
Did you see the EU sales numbers? Gonna blame the Model Y reboot again? Hey, Mark, quick question for you. Who was the first channel to bring up brand damage and address it head on?
That would have been Futuraza.
That would have been me. So I don't know what that has to do with BYD. But okay. So, guys, thanks so much for your comments, all of them. It'd be better. I'd say thank you to the people who didn't watch the video, but they're not going to watch this one either. So, guys, do me a favor. Would you head over to Mark's channel? Find out what the Tesla life is up to. They do a weekly live show Wednesdays, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. It's a whole lot of fun with Patrick and Casey, and sometimes a special guest. Sometimes it's me. Won't be this week. I got too much stuff to do. So, guys, in the comments, like, subscribe, do all the things you do. Say something nice. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? That's maybe too big of an ask. I think I can
Or
make.
just watch the video, then put something in the
Oh,
comments.
that'd be wild. I would say comments are mandatory, but if I say something about me, it's not going to be nice. So
No.
I'll make it optional, I suppose. And everybody else, like, subscribe, you know what you're doing, and stay tuned, stay juicy. I can't wait to hear from you, clever robots, perhaps in Michigan.